Well, John kept going in that second half, although at the same time the Mariners almost caught you late. Do you feel like it's a good point for your side, or maybe two left on the table?
Yeah, I wouldn't say that we're pleased to just get a point, because I thought that we were very dominant in that first half. We were in total control of the game, and wide free kick that the wind could play a factor, and it goes in, but then they scored straight after that. That was disappointing. That we should have defended that better. But saying that, we didn't deserve to come in 2-1 down. I thought we were playing well. Second half, we started pushing again. Got deserved equaliser. Still had really good opportunities. Noel Botic had a clear-cut one. Tomoki Imai had a clear header that there was no one in goal. Just couldn't get to a good head on it. And we created good openings. And yes, at the end, when we're pushing, because we want the 3 points, they caught us on the counter-attack a couple of times. So that's when Sato had to come into play, and he did really well. But I thought the performance overall was good. We moved the ball well. They're a tough team to play against. They've drawn so many games this year. They've only lost, I think, the same amount as us. But they make it hard for you. But we created enough chances to win the football game.
You particularly pleased, I guess, that you get those two sucker punches right before half time. You haven't played a lot in the build-up to this, so maybe you're a bit rusty in that, but you immediately respond and then keep pushing again once play resumes in the second half.
Yeah, and then that's the pleasing thing, that the boys didn't drop their heads. They kept going, kept on trying to play our way, our football. We won the balls in some good areas as well. They probably just didn't punish them when we did win those balls in those areas. But we kept going even when we were 2-1 down, and then we got to 2-2 and kept on pushing. We felt like we were the team that were going to go and win the game, but in the end, just created enough of an opening for them to catch us on the counter. So that's when we had to be a little bit careful. But other than that, we felt we're in control of the game.
How much are you guys going to be hearing about Ben Marucci's free kick?
Yeah, maybe from Benny. I don't know. Look, it was a good free kick. When a team makes it hard for you, sometimes you need that to actually get you back in the game or win a game of football. It was a good free kick, and I'm sure that he'll be talking about it with the players during the week.
Noah, I think it's a high mark for him, 7 goals for the season, really well taken header. How pleased is it, just that level of consistency of scoring?
I thought Noah, take away his goal, I thought his all-round game was really good. I thought he moved well. He came off with a groin injury last game. Lucky it was a longer turnaround, but I thought that he was exceptional today. His all-round game, he was combining well. There were some combinations that were really good. So you can see the understanding is getting there. Disappointed for him that he didn't score that one that he dragged past the post. He said to me that he finds the easier ones harder than the harder ones, but he put himself in that position to be there. So I thought he was great tonight.
Is he in a position where he can contend for the next Socceroos squad that comes up?
Whether it's the next Socceroos squad, I'm not sure. We're still trying to get Noah physically to a level. I actually think that Noah will be a Socceroo. I do. He just hopefully makes the right choices in career path. Hopefully we can help him improve more, because I know that he's a goal scorer. I've said it all along, that but we need to help him with that. The pressure's not on Noah, the pressure's on us to help Noah. So I think that we're doing a job to help him along with that, and that he's improving all the time.
You mentioned choices in his career path there. Is he facing down any in the next few weeks?
No, I'm not sure. Marco asked me about the Dutch club, so that's why. So that's why I said it. Look, at the moment, I'm not the person to ask with any of those things. I'm just concentrating on the players that we have here, and he's one of them, and he's an important player for us.
Because you also said there you need to bring it back up to a physical level, and we heard from Tony Popovic last week that he wants players to come in and not just play really well in one game. They need to be physically capable to back up and do it all again in 4 days. Is that the kind of thing that you take to Noah and say, that's what the Socceroos boss wants, this is how physically good you need to be?
Well, exactly. And I think he's starting to show that. You can see that I only took him off. I thought he was moving well. I only took him off just precautionary with his groin. That was us, making a choice there. But you can see, like, he played 90 minutes in Perth, played 90 minutes against Victory, and then he would have easily ran out 90 minutes again today. So he's actually, his physical side's improving. And it's not only just that he can run out a game, it's how he looks when he's running out a game. And I saw him chasing, I saw him, able to turn, and he actually, I think he was the one that got the free kick for us for the goal. And that's because he's able to move his feet, and that comes with that physical side of things. So definitely we keep on helping him with that, and he needs to understand if he wants to get to the next level, he needs to keep on improving that.
I mean, how do you keep his feet on the ground throughout all this? Because if he keeps scoring, we're going to keep asking you about Socceroos and moves. And he shares Instagram posts when he gets tagged in them and everything, so he's paying attention. How do you keep his feet on the ground?
Oh, quite easy. If I saw it was affecting him, then I would have a word with him. I don't see it affecting him. I don't see Noah really thinking about it or worrying about it. Obviously he reads or he sees that there might be speculation about other things as well, or about Socceroos, but he just keeps his head down, works hard in training, always looking to improve his game. So if I felt that it was affecting him and I felt that the performance weren't going to be there, then I would have a word, but I don't need to. I think that he's comfortable with it all.
Last one before moving on. Are there any similarities? I remember when you were at Brisbane, Jamie McLaren had a really big season. I think he backed up a couple of years in a row. And talked to me, was always, I just wanted to have one more year to really get his feet. Is there some sort of similarity there? Where it's just get that body of work in?
Yeah, I don't want to comment too much about. Look, I loved working with Jamie, and it was. I think he left just before the year of the World Cup, and then he didn't end up, I think, going. So I don't want to say too much about that, because Jamie was sensational for us at Brisbane, and I loved coaching him. It's hard for a player, though, to always listen to the coach in terms of, what I think is the best career path for them, because I'm still their coach, so they might be thinking that I'm being a little bit selfish in wanting to keep him here. But I believe that when I say something, and I'm always honest with people, is that it's for a reason. It's not for self-benefit, it's to help them. So I'm hoping that when I talk to Noah, that he understands that I'm doing the best for Noah. And I really believe that Noah, if he keeps on playing at this level and improving, he's got an opportunity of being a Socceroo and maybe going to the next World Cup. So but again, I can't say, he at the end of the day has to make decisions himself.
Just once again, you've got another sort of extended break. I know one extended break can be good to get players fit, but how do you sort of maintain momentum when you've got a fair few days to do it?
Yeah, we've got a number of players that will play our NPL friendly game on Saturday, so they'll get good minutes, and then we'll have a good training week that we can get some good conditioning into them, and so again, I think this is a good period for us to set them up nicely to the end of the season, and so because they'll be, run home, and then if we're able to push right at the end, we'll have the legs to do it.
Is it a well-timed break in that sense? You're 5 points off top, really. You're right in that finals mix. You've got a very young list, obviously. Is it well-timed to have this break so you can attack that back end and not lose momentum?
Yeah, at the beginning of the season, you don't know how the season's going to go at the beginning, but you look at a period of games and you go, okay, this is how we will actually try and help them feel good towards the back end. And because we had a big chunk of games that, it's hard to actually train them so much, that then this period here was the time that you could actually do not a mini pre-season, but give them a little bit more that they will go and run out the season well. And I remember that in the past it's happened that we've been able to do it, and this year's the same. It's just the way the schedule's worked that we're able to do that.
You mentioned BPL friendly before, and I guess because of the young nature of your squad, a lot of your players actually are eligible to play in the BPL as well. Does that give you a bit of an advantage in the sense that you can almost use the BPL as a reserves team, and if some of the young boys aren't playing in the A-League team, you can actually get them match minutes and match fitness, whereas other teams maybe can't be getting their fringe players those minutes?
Yeah, it is. It's an advantage, that's for sure, and especially that they're playing with us or training with us, and then if we play a game, say on the Friday, and there's a Saturday game, that a few of them might be able to play on that Saturday. So that's definitely something that we'll use to our advantage, because we have got a young squad and we want them playing games as well, because it's better for their development. And also, if they're called upon, they're ready to go. And so it's definitely something that we looked at.
And it's January as well, so I'll ask the question. We've asked you a lot about potential outbound players, but are you looking at maybe bringing anybody in?
If we feel that there's someone that falls on our doorstep that is going to add to our squad, that really going to help us push, then there will be someone that we'll bring in. If there's not, then we won't.
It doesn't sound like you're actively looking, you're just willing to let the universe surprise you.
Yeah, well, we've got people that actively look for us. If that's the universe, I don't know.
How good are you feeling about this team, this squad at the moment? I know that Central Coast is a very different outfit to last year, but you dominated a game against the reigning champions. You're in great form, as I said, with 5 points off the top. Is there a really good feeling about what this season could be?
There's definitely a good feeling. We're not getting ahead of ourselves. We still know there's 11 games left. We still know there's tough opposition to play against, but we're looking forward to the challenge. That's for sure. And we're going into games believing that we can beat everyone and anyone. So we've got another tough game coming up. Macarthur away. Macarthur around the same area as us. So that's another one that we'll look at and be excited about, and the players will be ready for. So, again, I don't want to talk too far ahead because there's still 11 games left, but we've been improving, I think, as the season's gone on. And the results are showing that, but also the performances.
Anyone you could get back for that?
MacArthur, not sure. I know that Seb Pasquale's now going to play minutes on the weekend. And then we've got Charbel that might be playing minutes on the weekend. So we're pretty... The only one that will end up being out in terms of not training with the squad is Donachie, and he's pretty close. So health-wise, it's looking quite good. That makes it a headache for me, which is a good headache.
And all good tonight?
All good. I don't think anyone... I think that a few of their players went down. I don't know if they had anything wrong, but they went down. We had no one. Thanks.
Right, thank you.
Thanks.